Oh, hey guys, sorry about that. I was just giving myself a little hair trim. Oh, there's the camera. Keep forgetting that. So today we're going to be learning how to brace cardboard together, different ways so it can connect and stay supported without using tape or glue. So we're going to use index cards because they're simpler to cut with, just to teach you some of these different designs. And the first type of brace we're going to do is just an X brace. I felt very cool when I did that. So you need an index card, pair of scissors. Let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to take your index card and just fold it in half so you have a place to cut it. Look at that. And then cut it right on the crease. All right, so what you're going to do next is you're going to put a cut halfway down the middle of it on this side and a cut halfway down the middle on the other half. So I'm going to go ahead and actually, to make it easier, I'm going to put my two pieces together like this and just cut it down the middle. You know, I should use the lines. There's a thought. Cut halfway down, just like that. My two pieces, separate them. Look at that, it's magic. All right, then I'm going to put them together and they slide together, and I've got this cool little X brace. Yay! Very cool. Looks like an X-Wing fighter.
Oh, sorry about that. I was just seeing if that was is that the camera? Oh, okay, we're on. All right. So one of the other ways to do folds and to make something out of paper, and we're going to use one sheet this time, just like some of the other ones. This time we're going to start by folding in half, and then when you're in half like this time we're going to make two small cuts about a third of the way up, and again using the lines is a good idea. So it's probably about 1 centimeter in if you take a look at how far in I went, and then open it up. See, now you've got these little flappy jobs here. Okay, then you're going to fold from the edge to the middle. And you're going to do that twice. You're going to do it on both sides. So you should have 3 folds, like a diamond shape. If you wanted to make it easier on yourself, you could also just fold in half and then fold in half. That works too. So either way. Now we're going to make a triangle shape. So it's going to end up looking like that. It's looking like that. But you have to fold one end of this over each other, and then they're going to slide together like that. And it can even hold the pair of scissors. If I get the weight right. There you go.
Ah! Sorry folks, I just saw myself in this computer and I'm terrifying. You guys should tell me that I look this way. I had no idea. Okay, so right now we're going to learn about columns. Yay, columns! Not like the Greek and Roman columns. This is just like a basic, simple paper column that you could also use with your cardboard. And columns are cool because they give strength to your structure. And they give strength in only one way, only one direction. Let's take a look at it. So to make a column, it's really pretty simple. You just take your piece of paper or cardboard or index card, you roll it up. Okay, folks, there's my column. Now the nice thing about columns is that they're strong. They're strong in structure this way, but they're weak if they're trying to support something this way. So you got to make sure that when you build a column, you build it in such a way that it's providing strength up and down. All right? That's basics to it. Now the next thing we'll show you later on down the road is how you fasten it together.
Oh, someone just left a bunch of cards here. Okay, I guess I'll show you guys the next one. I don't know what Mr. Hammond's doing. He must be out to lunch. He's probably going to the bathroom. All right, So the next one we're going to do, this one's a little more funky. This is the end product. Okay, so this is, you would maybe put something on top of this, and it's really sturdy, but it's a little more complicated. As you can see, there are 5 pieces that are involved here. 1, 2, 3, and then 2 side pieces. We're going to need 3 index cards for this one, all right? So to get this product, you're going to start by folding all 3 of your index cards in half. And really, you can do all 3 at the same time. And then you're going to cut them all. If you're talented, go for all 3. If you're kind of talented, like me, it'll come out kind of crooked. See, it's a little crooked. That's okay. All right. Now we're going to fold them all in half again. Now you have 6 of these, but you only need 5 as we counted earlier. So you're going to fold them all the long way in, like a hot dog, some would say. 1, 2, 3, 4. Save that one for later in case I mess one up. All right. So I've got all 5 of these. And if you look at the product is going to have 3 that are cut the same, and then you're going to have 2 that are cut a little differently. So let's do the 3 together. So if you have 3 of them together, the three long pieces, they have 2 cuts, one here and one here. We want them to be in the same location because we want to be able to line up the 2 cross beams in the same spot, so it's not like crooked like this or like that or weird, okay? You want them to be about the same. You're only going to cut halfway. I suggest cutting on the folded side. So you're going to cut from this side. And as you can see, it's about, I don't know, 1.5 centimeters or so in, and you're only going to cut halfway up. Just like that. Halfway. Do the same thing on the other side. As you can see, I'm cutting way down in my scissors because scientifically you have more torque or more power, more strength down here, and you can go slower and safer so you don't accidentally cut yourself. There we go. I've got all 3. I'm going to tighten those up. All right. Now the other 2 have 3 cuts. 1, 2, 3, because you got to put all your side beams in there. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing, about the same distance for the 2 end ones, and then pretty much in the middle. And again, you can measure this if you want, or you can just eyeball it since we're just practicing. When you actually make your furniture, you're going to want to make these measured out so you know exactly where they are. Now just assemble it. I had theme music right here. It'd be like dun 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 dun, and it'd be a little faster motion. So, and there you go.
Mr. King, they're out of toilet paper. Could you give me a roll?
Yep, I'll go help Mr. Hammond while you guys just finish this.
All right, kids, so we're back for another session. I'm going to show you something new that we're going to do with that index card and scissors.
Mr. Hammond, you're backwards. The video camera's over here, dude.
Oh no. Oh, no. Okay, sorry, guys. Yeah, I got a little confused there. So I told you in a later session I'd show you how to, like, connect your column or an easy way to connect 2 pieces of card together. And we kind of showed you that in the first one. But I'm also going to talk about how you don't have to be limited by these structures that we've shown you. You can just be creative and make your own thing. So I'm just going to try to invent something and see what happens. So I'm going to take an index card, of course, and I'm going to make my little column, and I'm going to connect it. And the connectors that we like to use are just those little cuts into the index card. Probably should have, like, rolled it first, but oh well. This will have to work. Great thing about using an index card is you can practice with this before you go do what you want to do with your cardboard. And that way, if you make a mistake here, it's not going to use up as much material. So now I'm going to roll it. And that totally didn't work. Next, I'm going to roll it first. Mr. King, stop laughing, please.
Roll it the other way.
This is the way I want to roll it. Stop trying to be my boss.
It's easier the other way.
Oh my gosh. If this is Mr. King's kids watching this, I feel for you. Okay, so I've got it rolled, and now I'm just going to connect it. I put those little slits in there, just like we did last time. They're directly across from each other, and I'm going to roll it, and then I'm going to connect it. If this doesn't work, Mr. King's going to really start laughing. And guys, I got to be honest, sometimes you just got to play and fiddle. It'll happen, just be patient. Yes! It is working. My plan is working. All right, so I got my column, and it's connected. Woohoo! But I'm not done. I'm using 2 more cards. I'm going crazy. I'm going to fold this card, and I'm going to cut a hole, I think. Now, to cut a hole in the card, if you fold it and you cut half of the circle, it'll make a full circle once you unfold it. So I'm going to cut half of the circle, and I'm going to cut the size of this tube because I want to stick this tube inside this card. So let me see here. It'd be great if I had a pair of, or if I had some pencils, because that way I could do it by measuring it and outlining it, but oh well, that would have been good to think about. Yep, not big enough. Got to cut some more. I think that's going to work. All right. Woohoo! I got one. I want to do another side too. So I'm going to fold it again. Make a cut. This is a great thing about engineering. You just get to create stuff. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but who cares? It's fun. All right. Guess what I just made, folks? TIE Fighter. Don't look at me like that.
Hello! Did you find me? Did you see me? I was right there. Right there. All right, so Mr. Hammond said that I was gonna have a challenge for you. This one is gonna be really difficult for me to actually show you how to do it. But I can show you the final product and I can show you how it works when you unfold it. But then I challenge you to try to figure out the measurements. Because even when I did it, I had to make this and I had to recut it. And I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. But here's the challenge. So it's a box. In the box, if you look really closely, see how it's inside there and it's folded down and there's a crease on top? Because to do this, you can undo it. It's like a little treasure chest, okay? And the side pieces are just simply folded up parts of the index card. But what I did was I folded it twice to give it some support. Then I cut it halfway down, which is one of the skills we taught you earlier. The goal was to make this shape out of most of the index card. So as you can see, there's lots of folds. It's folded in half, and then I had to figure out what the angle or how much of the index card it was going to go up and then over to meet back in the middle to have that cut again. To assemble it, reassemble it, I take both of these and put it on one side. Put those underneath, and then that's how I had to keep cutting these down, the little flaps on the inside, because they were too big to start with. You can always cut something down, but you can't add material back, so you got to be careful about that. Or have a second index card so you can start over. And then it goes right back in there like that, and there's your little box. Now, this is super strong. Like, I don't think I could stand on it or sit on it, but I could probably put a lot of pressure, especially if I had like 3 of these in a row. I could put something really heavy on this because it's a box and it's got something inside it that's holding it in. So my challenge to you is to see if you can figure out how to make that work. All right? Good luck. That's scary. That's scary.